I would say be careful who you listen to. I would say more of my setbacks have been listening to the wrong people. If they are not participants in the game, it's one of those where it's become that red flag. My biggest setbacks that I've faced, I've got a guy that ran off with $2.5 million worth of my money. Not fun. Not fun. So be careful who you trust.
Welcome to the Real Estate Pros Show, where we interview real estate investing professionals from coast to coast, as well as the service providers that serve the real estate investing industry. Our goal is simple: share what's working now to help you improve and scale your business to the next level and meet the pros that can help you get there. Real Estate Pros is powered by Investor Fuel, America's leader in helping real estate investors and professionals build the business you need to live the life you've always dreamed of. Let's start today's show. Property insurance for real estate investors doesn't have to be difficult, but it does need to be there to protect you when you need it. MyInvestorInsurance.com not only provides insurance at 15 to 30% cheaper than traditional agencies, it's built specifically for real estate investors like you. You can set up an account in about 2 minutes, get quotes on properties, turn on and turn off insurance for your fix and flip or rental properties in around 2 minutes without having to talk to anyone directly, all through our portal. There's no better way or faster way to make sure you've got the coverage you need to protect you, and no more lengthy policies either. Once you're set up, you're billed monthly and prorated by the day for however long your policy is active. It's powered by MSI, the third largest independent MGA, with 1.5 million customers and more than $1 billion in cumulative premiums written. Get set up today in about 2 minutes at myinvestorinsurance.com/fuel.
Welcome back to the Real Estate Pros Podcast. We are excited to introduce our next guest, Wesley Yates, the founder of the Military and Patriots Group. Wesley has a unique perspective on a vital segment of the market. Wesley, it's fantastic to have you on the show.
Thank you, Scott.
Before we dive in, please tell our audience, what your mission is, where your career started, and where you want to take your mission.
So my mission is really about helping others along the way of aligning with their goals with my goals and finding people that are along that same journey so that you don't have to travel alone. Kind of that mentality of, if you want to go fast, go alone, but if you want to go far, go with a good group. And really just trying to help each other through the challenges that are along the path of ending up where you want to be. Started back several years ago after I got out of the Marine Corps, not knowing what I wanted to do next, but still had that call of wanting to serve those around me and wanting to serve a bigger purpose than just my own, I would say my own selfish agenda. But really just trying to find good people, learn, constant thirst for knowledge, constant thirst for learning, really pursuing comfort, contentness, and ultimately something that I feel, looking back, I can be proud of telling my story when I'm on my deathbed.
That is insightful. So what are some of the goals right now for maybe the next year and a half, some vision that you could share with us?
Yeah. So, I started in real estate and I've since moved in launching businesses. I just launched a new company called CareOne United. It's actually a behavioral health company that is going to serve those lower income families that are in need of skills building, finding the right resources in their community. We like to say we don't just want to help the child, we want to help the environment the child is growing up in. Put a lot of time into this, got a good group. So my goal is for this year is to see that going up. We're spreading that across Texas. We've already opened our doors in Houston. We just opened our doors in Fort Worth and Dallas, and we look to expand into San Antonio, Austin, and kind of really cover the majority of the populated side of Texas, I should say. So that's probably going to take a lot of my time. I've got a few other endeavors that I'm looking to continuously expand. So that's really it. I've always got something that I'm growing, something that I'm starting, and something that I'm hoping to get out of. So
That's awesome. What sort of opportunities do you see in that respect?
Stop living on an island and join the #1 mastermind in America for professional real estate investors. Investor Fuel is a community of hundreds of the nation's top investors working together to build stronger businesses and better lives. In addition to the amazing community of real estate investors acting as a board of advisors for one another, Investor Fuel members have access to 100% funding on purchase and repairs for our members only, a health insurance program, and benefits and discounts that more than pays for the membership of most of our members, meaning it's actually costing you money to not be a member of Investor Fuel. If you're looking to scale your business and build a business that allows you to live the life of your dreams, please visit investorfuel.com today and book a call with our team.
Every time I roll into a new industry, I always take with the skills and the experiences that I've left from the previous chapters of my life into a new. So it gives you a new perspective of what else is out there, what other strategies, what are the techniques, just overall, how can you continuously expand the what tools and capabilities that you can possess. So it's been a lot of challenge. It's very different than real estate. But a lot of the ways I approach real estate and specifically how to find your deals, how to vet people out, they're still applying to this, but learning a few of the capabilities of how to work with insurance companies, how to work with government entities. I'm also turning that back around and spinning it to where it's actually going to benefit a new real estate endeavor. So I am looking at that right there, where part of my job for the company is very much going to be finding housing, affordable housing. So you probably already know where I'm going with that. So I'm looking at maybe going back into buying multifamily where my tenants are also my clients. And I've already figured out how to work with that, cash vouchers. Been looking at something for veterans, helping homeless veterans or struggling veterans, as that is a big passion of mine. Something I believe it's called the VASH program. Ultimately, it's the same as like Section 8 and cash vouchers, but through the VA and for veterans. So, but I mean, my thing is if I can make money not from the tenants, but because of serving the tenants, then that makes me feel a lot better about, cashing the checks that I'm ultimately gaining and earning for myself.
Absolutely. And Wesley, we can see the passion. And this question's been on my mind since we booked you. With so many service members stationed overseas or far from home, remote property management is often essential. What is one crucial, often overlooked strategy that makes remote ownership successful for military investors?
I'll be honest, communication is something that military members are very strong, and it's bit into them of the old expression, inspect what you expect. A lot of that. Know the key components of what are in your business plan. And then really make sure you have someone that you can trust that's going to oversee those. It's no different than your team internally. Your third-party management is your team externally. Their vision, their mission, their principles should align with yours. If they don't understand what you're trying to accomplish, how are they going to accomplish it for you? So it's key, even while you're overseas, to have people, there's a good group out there, active duty passive income. I was a part of that group. They really help active duty members. And I've talked with a lot of my fellow brethren, that are still active duty, stationed, across the country abroad, still managing portfolios, still working with teams back here in the States, and, doing a wide variety of real estate, from wholesaling remotely to syndicating remotely. I haven't met anyone doing a fix and flip remotely, but I'm going to say it's if you've got the right team, the right strategy. If COVID did any good thing for us, it gave everyone that warm and fuzzy because they didn't have the option of doing this virtual stuff. So opened up a lot of opportunities for that remote base investing.
Absolutely. And looking at the current housing market, what specific real estate trend or emerging opportunity do you see that is uniquely beneficial for veterans and active duty personnel right now?
If you're looking for consistent, high-quality leads, look no further than Investor Machine. Investor Machine isn't just another agency. It's the most sophisticated, data-driven lead generation company on the planet for real estate investors, and serves the role of being not just a lead generator for your business, but a marketing partner that is helping you achieve your goals along the way. Go to investormachine.com to learn more and schedule a call with our team today.
So there's a lot of stuff out there that is unique to just what veterans have access to. we're very open and understanding. I would say probably the most common one is your VA loan. We know that loan. It's a great loan, but I don't think a lot of people have understand how to maximize the capability of that VA loan. It's not just one home. It's a dollar amount. So I highly encourage people to look into, if you are a veteran, if you are active duty, look at what benefits you can have. There's a gentleman, I don't know if y'all have ever discussed the strategy of house hacking. But there's a gentleman out there. He's a Marine. I met him. Actually talked to him back when he was still active duty. He's since retired himself, but from the military, and now he's doing a great thing. But he just started with house hacking. Bought a house on the VA loan, rented out the other rooms until he could afford the second home. Rented, moved over to the second home, and then just started renting the full thing and just kept doing that. Everywhere he got stationed, he would try to buy and build a nice little rental community. So I would say, don't look at your situation as just all the negatives. Look at your situations to find the opportunities. Because I'll tell you right now, your true success is going to be determined on the size of the problems that you can find a solution for. So look where no one else is looking. Don't necessarily swim in the same direction everyone else is swimming. Sometimes find that path that is less taken, because that's where the bigger opportunities tend to lie.
Absolutely. And on that note, Wesley, the VA loan is an incredible benefit, but many potential buyers don't fully understand its power for building wealth. What key piece of advice, I guess, do you give to a veteran who is considering using their VA loan for their first investment property?
I would say the best advice is don't buy out above your means. Even to this day, with all the businesses that I own, all the portfolios that I've built, my wife and I still budget ourselves based on passive income only. When I started moving to Fort Worth and really started getting going in real estate, I made sure to do one thing right, and that was budget myself based on what I could afford on my guaranteed pay, which at the time was my disability pay. So I've since kept that. It's kept me humble. And I continuously just roll 100% of profits and leveraging net worth to continue to scale my portfolio of businesses and investment assets. So if I could give any one piece of advice, always buy below and live below your means. Just
Great
because you can
advice.
afford it, don't mean you need to have it. So,
Point well taken. Absolutely. The Military and Patriots Group does amazing work. Can you briefly share the core principle that guides your group's approach to serving this community beyond your standard of real estate transactions, I guess?
yeah. So we've moved beyond just your real estate transactions. I would say the basis of it is the key thing that I look at is, does everybody win? Because the hardest thing in any transaction is your partnerships and your team. Once you have the right team, getting them back to that table to continue your winning streak is going to be easy if everybody wins. So that's the thing. I look at based on two key principles. One, is there a return on my time? Whether it be knowledge, whether it be future opportunities, or some type of monetary gain. Then does everybody win? If those two answers to this of both of those are yes, then I know I'm going to pursue that endeavor.
That is wonderful. The win-win approach. Hey, I'm with you. Couldn't agree anymore. What golden nugget or takeaway would you like to share for our listeners today?
If you're a new or newer real estate investor looking to launch or grow your real estate investing business, please check out Investor Fuel Club. It's a coaching community, but unlike anything you've ever seen before. And you can actually partner with members of our mastermind from coast to coast on deals right in your market. There's no better opportunity to build a consistent business than to literally partner with pros to help you avoid costly mistakes, avoid the need for capital to do deals, and help you eliminate your fears as you're starting your business. Learn more about Investor Fuel Club at investorfuel.com/club.
Golden nuggets. I would say be careful who you listen to. I would say more of my setbacks have been listening to the wrong people. If they are not participants in the game, it's one of those where it's become that red flag. My biggest setbacks that I've faced, I've got a guy that ran off with $2.5 million worth of my money. Not fun. So be careful who you trust. And if it doesn't feel right, trust your gut. Because in this industry, and I'm telling you, on that, just that one endeavor, not to go too deep down that rabbit hole, I did every bit of due diligence on this person you could do, down to I was tracking phones to seeing where they were driving. I mean, it was an extensive, but it's not everything's going to be at the surface level. So you got to trust your gut on it. Don't let facts always outweigh feelings, but don't let feelings prevent you from finding opportunities either. So it's that hard, like, well, what do you do? But if your gut is telling you something doesn't add up, opportunities will keep coming. If you got an opportunity today, there's an opportunity tomorrow. That is what set me back, is I felt I had to jump on every opportunity. And sometimes I wish, looking back, now granted, I learned a lot. I've learned a lot more, far more from my failures and challenges than I ever did from my successes. But not everybody's made it through their challenges. Not everybody's made it through their pitfalls and their twisty turns. So be okay saying no. Follow your gut and don't look back. Keep looking forward. Look for what's right for you, because you would be better off saying no and finding the right opportunity that truly is going to set you forward than saying yes to something just because it looks good on paper that'll set you back years.
Follow your instinct. Trust your gut. Point well taken. Wesley, we've covered a lot of ground here today, and I know people are going to want to tap into your brain. For the listeners who want to build with you or just follow the play-by-play of your journey, what's the best way for them to reach you?
I still keep my LinkedIn open for a lot of business relationships. I've kind of really turned towards following my path of passions of what is there. But I like to work with people that actually show. To me, initiative it goes a long way. So if you're willing to look for something and you're willing to grind for it and earn it, then, those are the people that I would be willing to speak with, of how can I help make your dream a reality? How can we work together? A little bit of that venture capitalist role that I could play there, but truly wanting to share. So I'd say, yeah, find me on the LinkedIn. If you just looked up the Wesley D. Yates, I believe I shared that link to my LinkedIn page. That's there. I would say don't be offended if I don't reply right away. I've got a lot on my plate, but happy. Send me a message. Kind of share your story, share your ideas. I love to hear what other people out there are doing, and there's an opportunity for us to collaborate. And even if it's nothing more than just to share a few of lessons learned from our path, happy to do that.
And thank you for sharing your message today and for joining us today. Wesley, this has been a pleasure.
Thank you, Scott.
And for our listeners who have found value in today's episode, if you caught a vibe or found a gem in this particular episode, do us a favor, hit the subscribe button. We've got a heavy lineup of guests just like Wesley coming your way soon. Until next time, keep your standards high and your vision clear. We'll see you in the next episode, everyone.
Thanks for joining us for today's Real Estate Pros Show. You can learn more about the amazing benefits of the Investor Fuel Mastermind community, including surrounding yourself with hundreds of other rock stars, 100% financing for your deals, and members-only discounts from vendors you're likely already using that, as a member of Investor Fuel, will save you more than the cost of your membership. Visit investorfuel.com to learn more. If you're interested in joining us as a guest of this show, please visit investorfuel.com/pros to apply. You can also check the show notes for access to free resources, how to get access to world-class lead generation, and much more. Don't forget to subscribe so you never miss another episode. Have a great day. We'll see you on the next show.